podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
First touches
Can you feel it now? Every dream lighting up the dark. We came so far. Now we touch the sky. We own this moment. This is why. This is our game. This is our time. Every heartbeat on the line. Feel the rush. We're ready to rise. We're taking it side by side.
Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to Chickens on the Loose podcast. We are live on all social sites, so if you are watching and listening, feel free to drop some comments and get some score predictions. In today's podcast, we'll be talking about the post-match Bolton game, pre-matching the Exeter game, hopefully talking to some fans, if anyone else joins, about their team. Also going through the score predictions. Also, if you want to chat about, shout about, vent about anything. And finishing off with Harry's favourite song, What's on Your Plate, where we discuss what you're having for your tea. So
that
today,
is never going to be my favourite song, man. I've said it a million times. That song does my head in.
So I should be joined, obviously, by Green Army Luke Parry.
Yeah, I'm here. I am
Bradford
here.
City fan Ty.
evening.
And also Jack the Humber Bantam.
Good evening.
So starting off with Jack, what was your... Actually, before I ask Jack, let's play this. So Jack, post-match chit-chat, what was your thoughts on the Bolton game?
Oh, Jesus. Brilliant game to watch, to be fair. Very entertaining, very end-to-end. The atmosphere before the game. Loving seeing you enjoying yourself, having a few bevies, shirt off, all sorts. Other than that, go to the game. Yeah, I was really proud of Bradford, to be fair. In the first half, it was a bit... how do you put it? We weren't really creating anything, to be fair. We were creating some stuff, but then obviously weren't putting things away. But then the second half came. Obviously, they scored a goal. And then that's when we started to make substitutions, and then the game kind of changed a bit. And obviously they scored the goal, good goal from them. And then a ball came in. It came off their defender, came out of the box. Jackson's touch from his left foot, or it was either from his chest or his thigh, and then onto the right foot and just absolutely volleyed it into the bottom corner. It was a massive point. We could have done with the 2 points, but we've obviously done the one. It was a massive point, and fair play to the Bolton fans as well. They were loud all game, even when they did concede. Other than that, we just got to push. Obviously, we're Bradford. We've got to make it look hard. We've also got to make it go to the last game. Other than that, yeah, I'm quite proud of the lads.
Yeah. Yourself, Ty, thoughts on the Bradford game?
Well, I don't think we played the best. We got absolutely bullied by Bolton, but I think the point was probably the best outcome of the game, and I'll take the point, but we just have to let Exeter now and win, but I'll just take the point. We got bullied, but is what it is, isn't it? I'm sorry now.
Harry, did you see any of the Bradford game or the highlights of the Bradford game? He's babe station again, isn't he, typically? So, obviously, Jack mentioned.
No, I'm here, man.
Oh,
I'm here, man.
yeah.
I'm here.
So,
what
Harry.
were you? Yeah. Yeah.
Are you there, Harry?
What? Yeah, I'm here.
So, did you see the Bradford game? Did you see any highlights of the Bradford game?
I didn't see the game because I was up in London that day. And at the moment, I haven't had a chance to look at highlights. But I did see your result. Obviously, that's 2 draws in 1 week after we played you guys at Valley Parade on the Tuesday night. I knew Bolton would be tough for you. I knew you guys would draw against Bolton. I wasn't expecting a win from you guys. Like, Bolton are a good team, and obviously they've now been confirmed for championship playoffs. But yeah, I just think with this, at least for your last home game, it wasn't a loss. I mean, obviously, the last thing you won at the end of the season for your last home game is a loss. So, I mean, at least that didn't happen. But at the same time, good performance from you guys. And I saw a video of your... The only thing I did see was a video of your moment silence before the game, remembering the 56. And obviously, my condolences will be going out to everyone who lost someone during during that day. But yeah, apart from that, glad you guys didn't lose. And I also want to quickly talk about Tuesday as well, because obviously I was at the game on Tuesday night when we played you guys at Valley Parade. 1-0. Good performance from both teams. I'd say Bradford did struggle in first half. And that referee, what the fuck was he on? Honest, that ref for me was an absolute joke. Didn't know what the hell he was doing. So yeah, that was the only downside of that game, was just the referee. Apart from that, 700 Janners in the stands. Great atmosphere, great commitment from supporters. Just hoping next season, if you guys don't go up or we don't go up, we'll get those 3 points next season.
Mark, did you see any of the Bradford game, bud?
No, not see anything.
Okay, so I'm going to play one thing, and obviously, hopefully this comes out. I got sent a video on Facebook from a fan perspective of the goal, so hopefully you can see it on the screen. So that was the goal. And I want to say, obviously, thank you to the Bolton fans who did the 1 minute silence. Absolutely fantastic. You are a credit to your club. But then on the other hand, on the day we're remembering the 56, you did bring a pyro into Bradford City. So whoever brought that pyro in to the game on, obviously, Memorial, shame on you. Hope you get caught. Hope you get a 3-year ban.
Can I just quickly say this as well, Johnny? I can't remember if I saw this from you or Jack. It was one of yous. Obviously, from North Parade to the game, obviously, pyros were being thrown between both Bradford and Bolton. That must have been quite the experience, having to walk through a cloud of blue smoke.
Well, don't get me wrong, right? at North Parade, we did have pyros, and no one was chucking them. Everyone was out enjoying themselves. And then, obviously, me and Johnny were TikTok live. If anyone saw it, Johnny had over 100 views on his. We were having a good time, and then that's when the Bolton fans started chucking pyros at us when we were walking. And obviously, a Bradford fan retaliated and chucked one of his pyros, which is an absolute disgrace, in my opinion. You shouldn't chuck missiles. But that's what happens when obviously they start. And then me and Johnny were about a few yards away from a pyro, and it came flying. And if it wasn't for me shouting to someone saying heads, they would have been hit in the head with a pyro. Me and Johnny also nearly got hit with a pyro as well. So
yeah, but I mean, on the plus side as well, it's a good thing that the Bolton fans were held back by police. So, because I'm guessing if there weren't police there would have been a fight.
Probably, but when I went to the interchange after the game, I asked one of the police officers why there was such a high police presence, and they said that because there was multiple fights, not just on North Parade and all that. There was multiple fights around the city between football fans. That's why there was such a high police presence. In my opinion, there was more police at the Bolton game than we did for the Huddersfield game.
That's surprising given the rivalry between you and Huddersfield.
Yeah, but we use pyros, don't get me wrong, but we used them outside at North Parade. We didn't really take pyros to the ground, but yeah, I'll get on to it.
It's just a shame that it's just disgusting that Bolton would bring pyros into Valley Parade given your history.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
So this is just a I can't physically download it for some strange reason. So from me iCloud, obviously, someone spotted the blue pyro there. This is like okay because it's like out of the ground. That was out of the ground. I think that was okay. But obviously, people bringing flares into the ground, not so good, especially on the day of basically what was happening. So, like saying, I hope the person gets caught. I hope the person gets a 3-year ban or even.
I think I read something online on social media that the Bradford, the Bolton supporter that did throw that pyro was escorted out of Valley Parade.
Oh, good. Because I hadn't seen that, so I'm glad the police spotted it and obviously got rid. So obviously now we're going to move on to this. So pre-match chit-chat and surprise, obviously, because we're doing this podcast on a Monday. There's no referee stats. There's absolute nothing. So, Jack, would you start the same team versus start against Bolton, or would you change it?
I'd start the same 11, in my opinion. George Lapsley, for me, was my man of the match. He just got stuck in. Honestly, he was all over the pitch. When there was a tackle to be made, he made the tackle. We had to play dirty against Bolton. Don't get me wrong, because their counter attack was just unreal. But yeah, 100%. I'd start if we was to make one change. I think we'll start 3 at the back like we did. Like we obviously made subs and brought Swan on. When that happened, we changed massively. So if we do that against Exeter, it'd be probably different. But then you've got a problem with Exeter that are fighting to not be relegated as well. So I'd stick with the same 11.
Yeah, Sarcevic, by all accounts, is probably going to be back. So I think he'll probably take Lapsley's spot. I think Poynton and Wright are still out. But my issue is with Humphries. He seemed knackered against Bolton second half, and I think he should have come off. There were times when he obviously running for the ball, and he just kept losing it. So I think personally we should have Humphries on the subs bench. I don't know if you agree, Jack.
I think he did all right for us. Obviously, he played 90 minutes against Barnsley. He played 90 minutes against Plymouth, and then he's obviously just played 90 minutes against Bolton. Fatigue on that one is hard, isn't it? So we'll see what happens. It all comes down to training and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we'll just see.
So Green Army Loop Harry, obviously a Plymouth fan. Do you think Bradford will stick with the same team, or do you think they'll change it?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I didn't see your lineup for the Bolton game from Saturday, but I did see your lineup from Tuesday against Plymouth. You guys did have a strong. You did have a strong team out. Obviously, it's a shame you weren't able to play Sarcevic, Poynton, and Wright. But I did see Wright before the game, before we joined you guys in City Hub. Laid a scarf down at a memorial outside of the ground from Plymouth Argyle to show our respects. And Tyreek Wright was walking out as we were heading towards City Hub. You did have a strong team out for Plymouth. I think if you could probably keep that team, and I'd say, wait, hold on. Is this
That's the same team that we played on Saturday, Harry, against Bolton?
Right, okay. Yeah, I'd say keep the team you have, but when it comes, obviously, I saw Humphries playing the other night, and I can tell that he was knackered after playing 90 minutes against Barnsley. So I'd say it's probably the right move to have Humphries on the bench. If you could possibly, could you have Swan to take his position? Because I feel like he'd be a good starter for you.
So with Lapsley, I think Sarcevic is going to start that. Humphries is like a false number 9, Humphries. So he'll bounce between obviously the front and the left. What I saw on Saturday, I think he played okay, but Paul lad were knackered. I'm trying to think who were on the bench. We had Ethan Wheatley, Lee Evans, Ashby. I think Ashby probably he was good when he came on the other week, and then Pennington and right. But yeah, it's a tricky one. Relegated Morecambe Mark.
I say keep the same team.
Okay. Sorry, were you going to say something, Harry?
I was going to say, did you bring Pennington on at all as a substitution during the game, or was he on bench the whole 90?
Bench, I think.
We brought Nick Powell on. The last few weeks, Nick Powell's been turning up left, right, and centre, and he's impressing me at the moment. So if we was to switch a player, I'd bring Nick Powell on for say about 60 minutes. But I don't know. I wouldn't. In my opinion, I wouldn't change the team.
So lads, it's time for this. So starting off with you, Jack. What's your score prediction for Bradford Bolton?
Bolton? We've already played Bolton.
Sorry,
you mean Exeter Bradford?
Exeter, sorry, just testing you. Exeter Bradford, yeah.
2-1 Bradford.
All right.
Okay, so I said before the show that there's a bit of detail behind this. I'm going to go through that now. Obviously, Bradford need to win this game to confirm a playoff position. Not only do we need Bradford to beat Exeter, we also need Leyton Orient to win their game. If that were to happen, Exeter are going on a League Two tour. So fingers crossed, Bradford can win, Leyton Orient can win, and even if Peterborough could win as well, that would be a bonus. But yeah, obviously, knowing me as a Plymouth fan, I'm never going to back Exeter no matter what. Never in a million years am I going to back Exeter. So, up the fucking Chickens, 3-0. You might have a dodgy away record, but I think you guys can go to St James's Park and smack the shit out of them. Up the Chickens, 3-0. Come on.
I think it's either going to be 2-0 or 3-0 to Bradford. Mark, score prediction for Exeter Bradford players.
2-1 Exeter.
Okay. Right. Now
Okay,
on to
how dare
League,
you say that, Mark?
League One now. Predictions. Northampton, Barnsley. We've got a bit of time, lads, so full-blown predictions, please. So Northampton, Barnsley. I think Barnsley are going to win 2-0. Jack.
Barnsley 2-0.
Harry.
I'm guessing these are catch-up games.
Yes.
Right. We need We play Northampton away on Saturday as our final game of the season. We need Barnsley to win this. Northampton have already been relegated. Pretty sure at this point they just lost all hope. So I'm going to say 2-0 to Barnsley.
Mark.
2-1 Barnsley.
Bantam's Beak think Bradford are going to win 2-0. Moving on to Peterborough, Mansfield. Obviously, Peterborough are slowly creeping down the league, so they need a win. So I think Peterborough are going to win 2-0. Jack.
I think it's going to be a 1-0 Peterborough.
Just to give Harry a minute or so to think of his score. Toby thinks it's going to be 1-0 Bradford, and then he thinks this game's going to be 1-1. Harry.
Yeah, like you said, Peterborough slowly creeping down the table. They're fighting relegation with Leyton Orient and Exeter. Obviously, Mansfield, they're safe for next season, but I don't think that's going to stop them. But I'm going to back Peterborough to stay in the league for next season, so I'm going to go with a last-minute 1-0 win to Peterborough.
Mark.
2-1 Mansfield.
Then we've got an absolutely massive game for the top and the bottom. I hope Port Vale win 2-0 because Bradford need all the help they can get. Jack.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed on this game. I want it 2-1 Vale.
Harry.
Yes, obviously, big game for Stockport. I'm pretty sure if they win this, they're confirmed playoffs. Obviously, Port Vale, they've already been relegated. They've basically given up. So this really wouldn't surprise me if this was 2-0, if not 3-0 Stockport.
And last but not least, Mark.
3-1 Stockport.
Then now we go to Saturday. And absolutely massive games all around. Let me just sneak the League One table in there so I know what I'm looking at. So Wimbledon versus Huddersfield at 3:00. AFC Wimbledon need to win. Huddersfield, I think they're just slowly crying in the corner. I think Wimbledon are going to win 1-0. Jack.
After seeing Huddersfield getting battered on Saturday, absolutely loved seeing that. I think Wimbledon will win 2-0.
Bantam's Beak thinks Wimbledon are going to win 3-2, and Toby thinks it's going to be 3-2 Huddersfield. Green Army Loop. Harry.
Yeah, this is pretty much a must-win for AFC Wimbledon. I think they will survive relegation. I think they'll stay in League One for next season.
Ain't they already safe? Sorry.
They're already safe. No, they're 53 points.
Yeah, they're one of those
49,
teams.
so they're safe.
They're one of those teams that are on the outskirts of relegation battle. But yeah, hopefully hopefully it's a win for Wimbledon. Obviously, Huddersfield can fuck off. So yeah, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to Wimbledon.
Mark?
2-1 Wimbledon.
Then we've got Barnsley Stockport. Oh, Barnsley do us a favour. I'm going to say 2-0 Barnsley. Jack?
2-1 Barnsley.
Harry?
Tough to predict, really. I'm going to go 2-2.
Mark?
2-1 Stockport.
And for a Bradford fan, we've got an absolutely massive game. But before I get to that, we've had Bantam's Beak, who thinks it's going to be 2-1 Barnsley. And then James has put please win on Saturday. So Bolton, Luton on Saturday. Obviously, as a Bradford fan, Bolton, do us a favour. Turn over Luton, please. 3-0 Bolton. Jack?
I think you've been looking at my notes. 3-0 Bolton. Massive game. I need Bolton. We do need Bolton to do us a favour. But anyway, I'm done now.
Before we get to Harry, we've had Toby, who thinks it's been 1-1. And then he's on a U-turn, thinks 2-1 Bolton. Bantam's Beak thinks 4-1 Bolton. Harry?
Yeah, like I say, this is a crucial game. So here's the thing: if Luton lose to Bolton, so if Luton lose to Bolton, and by some miracle Wigan beat Stevenage, and we can win against Northampton, that will confirm Plymouth Argyle in the playoffs. Even though I don't want us going up, it'd be nice to have us there. So yeah, this is a crucial game for not only Bolton but for us as well. So fingers crossed this happens. I'd like to see us in playoffs. So I'm going to go with a nice little 2-0 to Bolton.
Mark?
2-1 Luton.
We've had Stuart, who thinks it's to be 2-1 Barnsley, so keep getting your score predictions in wherever you're listening/watching, and I will read them out. So obviously we've done Exeter Bradford already. That's it. Yeah, we have, haven't we? We've done predictions. Yeah, Leyton Orient, Burton, and obviously Leyton Orient need a win. Burton are safe. Leyton Orient have just fallen off a cliff recently. But I think Burton are going to win 2-0. Jack?
I think Leyton Orient are going to survive, and I think it's going to be 1-0 Leyton Orient.
Just before I get to Harry, Toby thinks 2-1 the O's. Harry?
Babe Tateson.
Babe's Asian. Mark?
2-1. What do we do, sorry?
Leyton Orient, Burton.
2-1 Leyton.
Then we have got Mansfield, Cardiff. Or Bantam's Beak.
Sorry, what
Orient.
did I miss?
Leyton Orient, Burton, bud.
Like I said, we need Leyton Orient to win this game so that they're safe for next season and knock Exeter into relegation. Up the Orient, 2-0.
So yeah, Bantam's Beak thinks Orient are going to win 1-0. And then moving on to Mansfield, Cardiff. Toby thinks Cardiff are going to win 2-0. And I think Cardiff are going to win 3-0. Jack?
Cardiff 2-0.
Harry?
I'm going to say the same thing, Cardiff 2-0.
Mark?
2-1 Cardiff.
Okay. Then we are on to Northampton versus a team called Plymouth. And obviously this is an absolute massive game. Obviously Northampton have gone relegated. Plymouth do need a win. But Harry, I'm sorry to say, mate, if we do get to playoffs, I don't want to go all the way to Plymouth on a Saturday night, especially 8 o'clock at night. So Northampton, for me, are going to win 2-0. Jack?
Yeah, I'm the same, Johnny. I even had this conversation with my dad the other day. I do not fancy going down to Plymouth on Saturday night at 8 o'clock. So need Northampton to beat them, really. And I think it's going to be a 2-0 to Northampton.
Toby thinks Plymouth are going to win 3-0. Ashley thinks it's going to be 3-1 Plymouth. Harry?
Like you said, this is a must-win game for us. And like I said already, we need Stevenage and Luton to lose their games on Saturday. But then again, you're saying that you don't want to travel down a home park on a Saturday night for playoffs. That might not be the case. You could get Bolton or Stockport. But again, massive game for us. If we can make it to playoffs, I'll take it. Even though I don't really want us going up, I will take it. I'm just hoping that Bradford could do us massive and relegate Exeter. But again, this is our last away game. This is our last game of the season. Massive for us. Should be an easy one, seeing as Northampton have already been relegated to League Two. We did play well the other day against bollocks. Who did we play? Port Vale. So we drew 1-2-1 against Port Vale. Obviously, drew at Valley Parade. I'm hoping we can turn it around and come out with the 3 points. Be better with a playoff position. Up the fucking greens. 3-0.
Mark?
I go for 2-1 Northampton.
You people
And
are
that's it.
evil. You people are fucking monsters.
Oh, thank you for the heart me on TikTok. And before I do forget, we got the notification come through earlier that Exeter Bradford will be live on Sky. So that'll be on Sky Sports.
Wait, hold on. St James's Park had that kind of budget?
Yeah, Sky's on.
Got more
Bradford,
than what
Exeter Bradford
Plymouth
game is live on Sky Sports. I think it's actually on
Johnny.
the main channel.
I was going to say, isn't all last game of the season always on Sky?
Yeah, they
Yes,
should be.
they're on.
Oh.
It's normally on Sky Sports Plus, but I think we're actually on the main Sky Sports channel.
All right, yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah,
it's a massive game.
That
innit?
means everyone else will be on Sky Sports Plus. So I'll be watching our game for sure.
And there's another game, Peterborough, Doncaster, and obviously Peterborough, Leyton Orient, or Exeter, and probably AFC Wimbledon could all possibly go down. Whoever goes down, goes down. But Peterborough, Doncaster. So it's a massive game for Peterborough. Becky, if you are listening, I think Doncaster are going to win 1-0. Harry?
Like I say, I would like to see Peterborough again next season. If I can, I'll go to their away game. Excuse me. Must win for Peterborough. Becky, I'm sorry. 1-0 Peterborough.
Jack?
It burns my throat to say it, even though my throat's already burning. It's going to be a 3-0, Donny.
Mark?
2-1 Peterborough.
Then we have got relegated Port Vale versus the champions Lincoln. Well, I think Lincoln are going to win 5-0. Jack?
Yeah, I think they're going to add to their champions party, and I think they're going to win 3-0.
Harry?
Yeah, Lincoln, congrats on not only promotion but winning the league. Congratulations. Obviously, Lincoln have scored over 100 goals this season, over 100 points on the table, and they're going to want that last 3 before they got to championship. I can see this being an absolute goal fest for Lincoln. Port Vale, they've given up. So I'm going to go 4-0 Lincoln.
So typically we talk about Lincoln, and a Lincoln fan does join on TikTok. They think it's going to be 6-0 Lincoln. And also Bantam's Beak thinks it's going to be Lincoln 5-1. Mark?
4-1 Lincoln.
Then we've got Reading Blackpool. Obviously, Blackpool have been on the rise recently. Reading have not been that good, and talks of the manager getting sacked at the end of the season. That's the Reading manager. But I think Blackpool are going to win 2-0. Jack?
1-0 draw.
Harry?
Both teams safe for next season, 100%. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Jack, except I'm going to go for a. Excuse me. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Both teams are safe, and I don't think they're either are going to be looking for a win. So 2-2 draw.
Mark,
2-1 Reading.
we've had Toby who thinks it needs to be 1-1. Bantam's Beat thinks it needs to be a boring 0-0. Then we go on to the second biggest game in League One. Stevenage, Wigan. Wigan have been a bit of a dark horse under the new manager. Stevenage need a win. Sorry, Alex, but I think Wigan are going to win 2-0. Up the ticks and all that lot. Jack?
Yeah, crucial game. Again, got to keep an eye on that. And I think it's going to be a 2-1 Wigan win.
We've had Toby who thinks it's to be 0-0. Bantam's Beat thinks Wigan to win 2-1. Harry?
You're not wrong. This is a really, really crucial game. We need Stevenage to lose for us to make playoffs. Obviously, they're sat in 6th at the moment, right on the grasp of going out of the playoffs. And I'm going to be back in Wigan on this one. I think they've got the potential to knock Stevenage out of the playoffs and leave them in League One. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Wigan.
Mark?
I go for a 2-1 Chiefler, and that what boot Bradford out of the playoff.
There's always one in there. Wycombe,
Always.
Rotherham. Relegated Rotherham versus Wycombe. But Rotherham, I think, have won a couple of games, so I think Rotherham are going to win 1-0. Starting off with Mark on this one.
Wicker 2-1.
Toby thinks it's going to be 5-1 Stevenage. Harry?
Yeah, I mean, Wycombe have definitely been confirmed to be in League One next season. There's no two ways about that. Rotherham, what is there to say about Rotherham this season? Absolutely shocking performance from Rotherham this year. So yeah, it really wouldn't surprise me if Wycombe were to win this. So have fun in League 2 next season, Rotherham. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Wycombe.
Jack?
2-0 Rotherham.
So, this leads me on to Mark. To start off with you. Anything happening at relegated Morecambe?
No, not for at the moment. Not hear anything.
Okay. Harry? Anything happened
Yo,
at the playoff?
I've got a question. I've got a question for Mark.
Go on.
Yeah.
Is it true that a Morecambe fan snuck a bacon sandwich into Forest Green's ground?
No.
wait, what? Smoked a bacon sandwich?
No, snuck.
She...
Oh.
No, it not
I
true.
saw this on social media, Jack. Obviously, the rumour was going round that a Morecambe fan sneaked in a bacon butty. Obviously, people who don't know, Forest Green Rovers is a complete vegan team from the stuff they eat. This is actually a BS rumour. Apparently, the fan was causing a disruption. He got told to stop, and obviously, he didn't stop, and then he got kicked out. And that was a
we
statement.
all got told we can go eat in the fountain at half time to get beer. And then we got told, no, we're not allowed to dip our dip for junior, and then it all get kicked off. Not what it about.
Harry,
Anything happening at Plymouth?
No, not really. Saw this the other day that our very own Pilgrim Pete, Plymouth Argyle's mascot, was declared mascot of the season. Which, I mean, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, we've got, obviously, Saturday when we played Port Vale at home, last home game of the season. 5 minutes into the match, our goalkeeper Connor Hazard was given a red card. So he's going to be out for that game probably until pre-season, if not start of next season, depending on whether or not he goes. But yeah, I mean, we've got to play Ashby Hammond on Saturday, which I'm not happy about. He needs to go. He's been doing my fucking head in all season. The amount of goals he's cost us is just mental. Yeah, apart from that, not really a lot. Like I say, we took 700 Janners to Valley Parade. The distance. We were also given the Community Club of the Season at the EFL Awards, and Bradford were given the Environmental Awards as well. So happy about that. Game-wise, again, not really a lot. Just hoping for a good outcome on Saturday to hopefully, if all goes according to plan, we make the playoffs.
Okay, so we've had a Leyton Orient fan on TikTok absolutely begging, please, please, please destroy Exeter to help us stay in League One next season. We will try. So leading on to this now. So, Harry, do you want to chat about, vent about anything?
Let me think about that. Not really. I mean, actually, yeah, there is something I would want to say. Obviously, excluding the Premier League. So obviously the 72 in Championship, League One and League Two. We've made it to the end of the season. It's been a long, stressful, and at points heartbreaking season for a lot of teams, especially for Morecambe. Well done to everyone. Whether you're a player, supporter, or you're a steward, you're a manager, coach, don't matter. Well done to everyone who committed to the 25-26 EFL season. And yeah, it's just hard to believe that it's hard to believe how quick this season has gone, really. I mean, it's one of the, I'd say with this has been a really intense season. Like League One, I'd say especially, has been a really intense season. Obviously, we've had dark horses like Wigan and Wimbledon. We've had, obviously, Plymouth gone from dead last to just outside playoffs in the space of a half season. And obviously, Bradford being freshly promoted from League Two in possibly, if all goes to plan, in playoffs for this season. And it's been a really surprising season, to say the least. But we finally made it. Final game week. After that, we can finally rest until pre-season, get some signings in, get rid of some scum that we don't need. Ashby Hammond, I'm talking about you. But at the same time, as I say every week, good luck to every team playing, unless you're Exeter City. Good luck to all of you. Hope everything goes well. Well done this season. And of course, up the fucking Greens.
Max, you shout about, vent about anything.
Yeah, we didn't need the owner of Morecambe didn't need to get this season right, because we probably be one of the favourite to go back up. And we still got some could be overnight game, and we could go further now what I rate on Saturday. But next season it called North. But you still got a team like Merthyr who shout Cardiff Oxfordshire and killing. How can that be in North?
Yeah.
Well, at least you can look forward to Scarborough.
Maybe they in a payout at the moment. I'm looking forward to that right at North because I meet up with Graham that day. I get here in the market and
Yeah, I'm going to be in the Scarborough end, hopefully. So,
Jack, do you want to shout about, vent about anything?
Let's think.
teaching that hard for new to feature.
I know.
So,
yeah,
Jack
I do
thinks-
actually. No, I do. But no, go on. You can do what you're going to do.
Yeah, so before we get to Jack, we've had Noah Belgo is put, can you read my rant out? So his rants, my rant, Cambridge off to Leicester, where off to York. He don't tell me what fan he is, but there you go. Jack, come on, we're doing a chat about, vent about anything.
Right. If, like, at the start of the season, obviously, you asked me, where do you think that we would be this season? And I said that would be mid-table. I'm very shocked that we're in playoffs, but now we're sat in playoffs. It would be a bit upsetting if we're, been sitting pretty much in playoffs all season. And if we don't get playoffs, it's gonna pee me off big time. But if we do go up in the championship, we need to put hands in pockets and spend some money. If we don't, if we come back down, I wouldn't really be bothered because at the end of the day, I don't think we're at that championship level yet. But we'll just see what happens. Other than that, I want to say thank you to you, Johnny, for meeting up with me every home game that I've possibly gone to by myself. This is the first season that I've actually gone to football by myself because my anxiety used to be through the roof. But I've obviously started going by myself now. Been to more away games this season as well. Other than that, safe journeys for everyone that's going to away games on Saturday, aka Bradford fans as well. I will be watching after I finished work because I have Hull City versus Norwich, which is going to be the hardest day ever because Hull City could probably get playoffs. But other than that, that's it really.
I have got...
Real quick, Johnny, can I just also say this?
Mm-hmm.
Congrats to York for getting promoted to League Two. And
see, I was going to say that as well, but it came off the end.
His phone's ringing. I just
want I'm still here. My boss has taken it, but obviously Milton Keynes. Obviously Milton Keynes gone from League Two to League One for next season. York from Nationals to fuck's sakes. Give me a minute.
So I've not got a vent or a rant. I've got a big thank you for Jack, Mark, Green Army Loop, Harry, Old Notts County Mark, Harry, Graham, Chrissy, Ashley. I just want to say thank you for coming along for this podcast through this season. This podcast, basically, without people's input from TikTok to Facebook to other social sites, for people watching on every single social site, thank you for coming for this podcast. Thank you for getting involved on the podcast from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for coming every week out for this podcast. And just thanks for coming. And hopefully next season, championship. Yep. Hopefully with championship next season. So just bottom of my heart, thank you everyone who comes along with this podcast week in, week out, and thank you for your contributions on all social sites, and thank you for listening. Jack, I'm going to put you on the spot like I did last year.
Yes.
So, Jack, do you remember last year, the last podcast of the season? I put you on the spot and you had to do like a rousing speech to the team. Like you pictured you were the manager and you did a rousing speech to the team to get them over the line, and it worked. We got over the line in 96 minutes plus. So, Jack, it's that time again. So you are Graham Alexander. Don't worry, we've got 16 people listening and 3 people watching on TikTok. So you're the manager, you're Graham Alexander, you're in the dressing room. What do you say to them players?
Go out there, enjoy yourself. Exeter are going to fight for lives anyway because they're they're on the outskirts of getting relegated.
They're going to fight. They're going to fight, but they're going to lose. They're going to go down to the league they deserve.
We have a choice to go out there and give them a battle that they need. We need to go either get a point or 3 points to get playoffs, but I don't think Graham Alexander would say that anyway because he's not one of them managers. Go out there, enjoy yourself. Give the fans what they want. Give the fans at home that they want. Give the fans all in the pubs that they want so they can have a party. And just go out there and give it all. If you don't win, you don't win. Keep your head up. If you concede, keep your head up again. Don't lose fight and just keep counter-attacking. Go out there.
I want to just quickly. I just want to quickly add on to that, Jack. Obviously, from a Plymouth fan to Bradford, do it for the 56. Do it for the 56. You might have already done the minute silence at home, but do it for the 56. And I will say this as well, Johnny. Obviously, I've said this before we started. I will be at the Centenary Square Memorial on Monday, the 11th of May, as a Plymouth Argyle fan, showing my respects for the 56 that were lost.
Yeah, I'll be there as well on the 11th of May. I think that's a Monday.
I will also be there.
So if you are about, come to Bradford and pay your respects to the 56.
What time is it?
I think, is it normally at 12 o'clock, Jack? I can't
It's
remember.
about half 11, 12 o'clock, doesn't it?
Half 11, I think about 11, half 11. Also, I forgot to mention a couple of people as well. I want to thank you for Callie, Diane, and also DJ Lee. DJ Lee's been having issues with his PC. So hopefully next season when we're in Championship, DJ Lee, you'll be back here as regular. And obviously you are all missed and wish you were back on the podcast. So the last thing now is obviously Harry. Turn your radios up wherever you are listening. Turn your phones down. It's this time for this absolute banger.
Turn them down. You'll thank me later.
You've been playing so hard, and now you're ready to eat. You've had a fun morning. Now it's lunchtime, and you'll be in for a treat. So what's on?
So. Green Army Loop. Harry, what's on your plate, mate?
I hate that song with a burning passion. Well, what I've got, obviously, it's Monday night. I'm working, and Monday night is darts night for me. So once I've wrapped up, I'm going to be going next door, have a drink, play some darts, have a laugh. But when I get home, I've got a Tesco's Finest pepperoni pizza in the fridge with my name on it.
Mac.
Cake pie and new potato.
Jack.
I'm gonna try and eat a takeaway, but because I'm really ill, I don't know if I will.
I've had a homemade sausage casserole and mash. Ashley, are you there? What's on your plate, love?
Pizza.
I had tuna pasta bake for tea.
Tuna pasta bake. Sounds
Where was mine?
Yes. I had it made for me by my son's granddad. Thank you very much, because none of us are feeling well.
Get well soon and enjoy your pasta bake.
I'm trying to enjoy it.
Can I just quickly say something, Johnny?
Yep.
Ash, I want to thank you for introducing me to this lot. I don't know where I would be without you guys to obviously support me and all of my decisions, and obviously being here on the podcast. we've gone through ups and downs, but I'm just so happy that I have you guys to not just call my friends, but to call my family. So thank you to all of you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what I'd do without you.
So I just remember to message me when you're on your train to Leeds for Memorial, and I'll come meet you.
Yeah, and again, thanks for letting me crash around yours for that, Ash.
It's all right.
On that note, I want to say thank you for Ashley for coming along. I want to say thank you for Mark for coming along. It's awkward when you don't speak. Green Army Loop Harry, thank you very much for coming along.
That's all right, mate. I'll see you at Memorial. If I don't run into you, I'll see you next season.
Jack, same again. Thank you for coming along, bud.
Always.
And again, I just want to say thank you for everyone who's been on this podcast. Hopefully, touch wood, the podcast will be back for the playoff push at 6 o'clock at some point through the week. And yeah, if you do like what you're listening to and watching and listening and hearing, give us a follow on all podcast services. Just search for Bradford City Chickens on the Loose podcast. Also on all socials, Chickens on the Loose podcast on all socials, and including YouTube. Give us a follow on there because I'm nearly at 1,000. And again, I just want to say thank you for all your TikToks through this season, through everyone who's joined through this season. And yeah, that's it. It's been an emotional ride. We've had some ups and downs and side to sides. We've had a roller coaster ride, and we've had unforgivable or unforgettable moments, if that's such a word, following Bradford City around the country. We've had some highs, we've had some lows, we've had some beautiful goals conceded, we've had some goals scored, and yet the eventful life of following Bradford City. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and like always, up the fucking chickens. And please, 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 let's beat Exeter on Saturday to get into them playoffs.
First touches towards.